Alien or Utopian intricate crop circle appears in California, reported by NBC News. Theories are cropping up to explain an intricate circular pattern discovered in a field of grass in California early Monday. An aerial photographer spotted the giant crop circle in Salinas, California from above on Monday. "We were on a photo flight this morning and came across it," aerial photographer Julie Belanger told NBC News. "It was so unique in the middle of the field. Onlookers on the ground had to make do with climbing on their trucks and on adjacent streets to try and get a better view." "It looks like aliens to me," Manuel Madrid said from his vantage point. But there were indications that the pranksters or artists were of earthly origin. The MontereyHerald.com reported that guards from a South Bay security company were at the field Monday morning on behalf of a client whose identity they could not reveal. Meantime, a YouTube video titled Salinas Crop Circle Discovery, posted by user Cannot Say, showed two men driving down the road at sunrise on Monday and then spotting a blinking green light in the field. "Dude, this is a crop circle," said one of the men after they ran towards the light and allegedly discovered the flattened grass. For her part, Belanger said she doesn't know who's behind the circle or what their intent was. "I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it's beautiful," she said. "Well, I agree. I find this very interesting in that we're just hearing about it right now if it happened on Monday. At least this is the first I've heard of it. It's very interesting. The first thing that I can say, either if it's made by some pranksters that just want to get popularity, or if it's some elaborate, advertisement, or if it is some sort of extraterrestrial message for us. One thing that I can say is that looking at it, what does it mean? Okay, well, from my common knowledge that I learned, it looks like the circle with a square inside of it usually means like a microcosm within a macrocosm. So a lot of times the circle is described as heaven if you're going on a religious, spiritual level, and then the square can represent a person or earth. In this case, if we're assuming that, hey, it came from UFOs or something, then we can assume that the round circle is heaven or space or our solar system that we live in, and the square is earth. Now, within the square, I found it interesting. It looks kind of like, I don't know if it's like a circuit board or like, I don't know, like an old school television or something, but in the very center, there's some dots and you can see them. Now, in this photo here, it's actually, I have to invert it all the way around, but there actually is a code in there and it's Braille. And it reads the L that you can kind of see if you turn and look. The L is like starts number sequence, and then it's 192, number sequence 192, and it repeats 6 times. 192, the number. Okay, well, I took a look at what 192 is. Didn't find too much information on it, but I did find that 192 on the Julian date is July 11th. So that's something to look to. I don't know what that means, but that's what the Julian date is. I also found, let's see, Psalms 19 verse 2. It says, "Day unto day utters speech, and night unto night reveals knowledge." Interesting. Is this some sort of message trying to tell us that maybe we need to quit talking so much during the day and listen to the night sky, the heavens above, that there's a message that's coming to us? I don't know. I find it interesting. I was trying to look at the circles that are within the larger circle, if that's some sort of planet orbit, if that's the larger one's supposed to be Earth and the smaller one's the moon, and that's the sun. Is it, I don't know, that doesn't really make sense to me, but maybe someone else watching this will have some more input or another idea of what it is. But it definitely does say it's Braille, and it reads 192, repeats 6 times in the middle. Other than that, I'm not really sure, but it's interesting nonetheless, whether it's some type of elaborate hoax or, prank or whatever, but it's definitely interesting to see, and that there is indeed a message, 192.